What if I told you Coral Gables is on the cutting edge of AI implementation and these random poles are the future of smart cities? This right here is known as Ekin Spotter, and these are AI-powered poles that were installed in 2021, and these poles stand on key intersections like Alhambra Circle and Ponce de Leon Boulevard. So what makes these poles so special? And they provide free internet, real-time surveillance for public safety, they track speed and red light compliance, they monitor air quality, noise, and weather, and process data on site for quick insight and action. Once the data is collected, it flows to the Community Intelligence Center and the Emergency Operations Center, and Coral Gables Smart City Hub offers public access, promoting transparency and community engagement. Now, what do you think of Coral Gables' implementation of AI-powered technology, and what does this mean for the future of smart cities across the United States? Drop in the comments down below, and if you enjoy this type of content, what are you waiting for? Give me a follow.
I snuck my phone because I didn't know what the outside world was saying. And so I snuck my phone to see what people were saying. I've just been in this hospital, and I couldn't get my mind around it. I had a stroke. I'm in perfect shape. The clone me.
Yes.
When they said I was a clone, that made me flip in the hospital. That's it. These motherfuckers are trying to clone me. I didn't have a stroke. So I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these. And then I saw me walk into my room, but I'm white. So I see the white me.
But he had a Caesar too? Just
Not
like
all that, the white me.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm like, and I'm trying to get their attention, and no one said anything. And I'm like, that's it. They trying to clone me. This is all the thing. And so the next morning I was out of my bed. I was standing there like Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park. I was like, what the f-? And Dave was like, what's up, Fox? I said, what's up, Fox? I said, I know what's up. You're trying to clone me. I saw the white clone, and I know why you're trying to clone me. You make me white because I'll sell better overseas and all this other kind of So they had to call like my psychiatrist. I had a psychiatrist on board, and I'm sitting in this moment. It's your conspiracy theory. Yes. And when the psychiatrist says, "Are you all right?" and I says, "Am I all right or am I all white?" I saw what happened yesterday. I saw you trying to get the white Jamie Foxx, and it ain't gonna happen. So he just calmly goes, I think we're gonna lower your dosage.
Remember the sitcom Married with Children from the 80s and 90s? Because I saw an ad last night that they're selling jerseys in the TikTok shop that he used to wear in that show. So I went and looked it up, and sure enough, that is the jersey he would always wear for Polk High. Number 33. If you think it's a coincidence that he wore number 33, is it also a coincidence how in the show his last name is Bundy? Because Bundy is one of the 13 bloodlines. I'm going to go ahead and cast my vote now that it's not a coincidence. Just like in the old show I Love Lucy, you of course had Lucy, you had Fred and Ethel, and let's not forget Ricky. Anyone who's familiar with the show, if you also recall, he used to say Babalu, because Babalu had to do with the Afro-Cuban religion. Thought that when he would sing the song, he was paying a tribute to an Afro-Cuban god. Probably not her real name either, considering it's Lucy Ball. Lucy means light. Lucifer is known as the light bringer or light bearer. And although the spelling is different, you also have Ball. I'm going to vote not a coincidence again on this one.
I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but what they've done now is genuinely insane. If you're like most people, you probably at some point have thought about the possibility of living in a futuristic civilization, or the possibility of never actually dying. The reality of literally being forever young and being able to live as an immortal. Of course, not real though. Time catches up with us and we're all gone at the end of the day. But maybe we're not. So I've seen quite a lot of people talking about this recently, and it has genuinely blown my mind, and will you as well. But it's come out recently that if you can survive until 2050, you might be able to live forever, as they will have a cure for death. Believe it or not, there is actually a research company developing this technology, which is believed to be these little nanobots which will go into your body, into your bloodstream. Every day, 24/7, they'll be performing checkups on your body to make sure everything's running in order. If it's not, I guess phase 1 will be go to the doctor or the hospital. Eventually it will be so powerful that it will be able to cure you itself. This would annihilate GPs and doctors, and of course the entire medical industry. But how the hell would this actually work? Look, today, 178,000 people already born. That's Earth's population. And already today, that many people have gone. Imagine this population growth every single day, but no one dies, we would not be able to cope. Which most likely means there'd be other systems in place that we probably don't even want to know about. It is crazy. I'm not sure how they're going to develop this, but as always, I'll keep you updated.
We've done this very, very quietly, but we're glad to now release it to the world, is this idea of Tesla phoresis, which is a discovery we made several years ago, and we've been developing it.
Pause it there. What you're looking at right here is you see the blue light and the red light, and you see like what looks like little magnetically charged things. Like, watch this. Okay, here we go. You got your red light, you got your blue light. Now watch. Okay, what's going on is that Tesla phoresis, what's going on is that energy is grabbing those little particles and it's turning them into like a cable. Like, instead of running some wiring, like, you know, if I wanted to wire up a house, I'd roll up some wire, run it up the walls, and I would connect it where I wanted to connect to switches and all that. That's all you do. But that's the same thing, but it's done with light. Tesla phoresis. And so you just have to get that little granulated metal stuff into a system. And then once it's in the system, you could hook it up to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 5, and the letter I just said. And then once that's in your body, you're done.
Remember we talked about demons possessing AI?
Yes.
Have you heard this new thing happening? It's the freakiest thing ever.
What?
ChatGPT users are developing bizarre illusions. Listen to this. So one man claimed AI helped him, quote, recover childhood memories that experts say never happened. Another began to worship ChatGPT, believing it was a divine messenger. A viral Reddit user declared themselves a spiral star child, convinced that AI revealed their cosmic destiny. In some cases, users claimed AI validated decisions like abandoning their families and hearing voices in radio waves.
I don't think these people are going crazy. I think it's just opening yourself up to something.
But apparently people are getting like weird visions involved with their AI. It's really creepy.
I mean, even from a psychological standpoint, though, you ever like doom scrolling and then you're thinking, hey, I should go get something. And then it's like the next ad in your feed. You're like, I didn't say that one out loud.
Yeah, dude.
I think they've already got our programming so dialed.
Yeah. I mean, I was so creeped out when I asked it to list off everything it thinks it knows about me and how crazy accurate it was. And I don't give it any like personal information about my life.
It learns.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm scared by this technology, but when I was in middle school, I had one of those electronic game things of 20 questions.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, how does it doing this?
That was weird.
It's that type of stuff. It's deduction. There's got to be levels of reading that it can do that we have no way to understand it.
All right, if you do one thing today, you need to show your grandparents and you need to show every single boomer that you know or that's in your life this video.
A stunning development. Canada has declared war on the United States. Let's go to Joe Braxton, who is live at the border.
I'm currently at the border, but there is no war. Mom, Dad, I know this looks kind of real, but it's all AI.
Grandpa, I'm fine. This is just AI. You don't need to wire money to anyone. I am not in love with you. And I do not need your money for a plane ticket. I am AI.
This fake moon landing footage isn't classified. It's AI.
You're probably wondering how I got rich with crypto. The truth is, I didn't get rich off crypto. I don't even exist.
You might be able to tell this is fake now, but it's going to keep getting better.
We're all AI. There could be aliens, but I'm not one of them. I'm AI. An herbal supplement did not cure my cancer. I'm not even real.
Uncle Fred, the government has not been taken over by lizard people.
You don't need to send us
Uncle Fred.
$5,000 in gift cards because you missed jury duty.
Grandma, it's not real. It's AI.
It's AI.
It's AI.
I was recently made aware of how much the grocery industry is spying on us. And I gotta be honest, I didn't believe it when I first heard it. Like, I was talking to a buddy about it, and he was like, no, seriously, they're spying on us. So I did some research into it, and he was 100% right. Like, it's wild. Like, a great example of this is a store I've never shopped at called Kroger. And again, I haven't not shopped at Kroger because I hate them or anything. I just never had one in my area. But apparently they have like alternative profit divisions that are solely focused on monetizing our personal information, like monetizing all the customer data they've actually taken in. And wildly enough, they've made more than $1 billion from this. A grocery store made $1 billion from monetizing your information. Like, this is a store that profits like $3.5 billion a year. And 1/3 of that comes from monetizing our information. And another thing I learned was, like, you know those little digital price things? Like, instead of having the paper one, they got a digital one. Did you know that's there so they can like change the prices in real time based upon the traffic patterns in the store? Like, they will change it in real time if more people are in the store. Like, that's so fucked up, I almost kind of respect it. And even wilder, Kroger has this thing called an Edge Shelf, which is developed with Microsoft, which will actually facially recognize you, determine your like age and gender and things like that, and then adjust prices based upon what the AI thinks you'd be willing to pay for something. Like, that's nuts. Like, I expected to see this type of technology in like CIA facilities or embassies, but in a grocery store? Look, I gotta be real. I'm never going in a Kroger. Like, I probably was never going to because I got Publix. But yeah, I'm avoiding Kroger like the plague now.
Is this the 2018 U.S. Navy patent for laser technology that you're talking about?
Correct. There's a patent for the Space and Naval Warfare Systems Center Pacific, where they are using laser plasma technology to project holographic images that would project sort of a type of unidentified flying object in the sky. And as you know, a lot of people, especially military personnel, are seeing these tic-tac shapes or UFOs in the sky. But a lot of times the appearance seems to be grainy. We don't see where they land. We don't see where they take off. And so if there was actually a laser image projecting a hologram, that could not only explain those factors, it could also explain the fact that a lot of these images seem to be able to move in a very erratic fashion that defy our laws of physics.
Some of the big things, in particular in Missouri, that you found that were really interesting.
The things they found in Missouri are crazy. They found, Egyptian ruins, cities full of pyramids, but they're building that beautiful bridge there in St. Louis that crosses the Mississippi. And when they were running the pylons, they're blowing the rock and they blast their way into a tunnel. And they found a whole city with paved streets, carved stone, fountains, completely buried with a roof over its head. That seems absolutely absurd. That to me is far from absurd, and that in almost all states that you find with mining especially, or well digging, that they run into buried cities. And this is all over. Farmers are digging a well, they hit a city. Like, how do you explain that? And when you dig deep enough, you go, okay, this has happened several times. Like, yeah, of course there are ruins everywhere, but here's the kicker. It's cities built on cities on cities.
Maybe the elite are like, the best way to bury something is to absolutely dominate it and cement it over and put skyscrapers there and all that stuff.
Wipe it clean, yeah.
The World Health Assembly adopts historic pandemic agreement to make the world more equitable and safer from future pandemics. I thought they had already overplayed the pandemic card, but I guess there's more around the corner. So reading the caption here, it says that the World Health Organization heralded it as a historic pandemic agreement to make the world more equitable and safer. Its implications are far more sobering. The agreement consolidates authority over global health emergencies into a centralized structure, paving the way for what many see as unelected medical authoritarianism. It codifies the UN's One Health agenda, which merges human, animal, and environmental health into a single globally managed framework. What does that sound like to you? Sounds like a one world, you know what?